Recently, I created a video outlining how you could get your first classified in Ghost Simulator. That works quite well for getting your first classified, like a Rainwave or a Feather Shock. It isn't really the best since you can only have a chance at getting one. So I decided that it'd be worthwhile creating another video to show you guys how you can get even better, multiple classifieds, or even something bigger like a Sunny or Zing from the Ghost World crates. So that's what this video is hopefully going to be able to guide you through. Unfortunately, this video won't be able to help you at all if you're looking for something really big like a Cosmic Wing, a Cloud Wave, or any of those really good classifieds. These are more going to be like the cosmetically cool stuff like Sunny, Zing, Splash, small stuff that is both worth a little bit to collectors, looks cool, but nothing going to be incredibly good stat-wise. Now to start off, I want to iterate that this guide will take a lot of grinding to actually follow. A lot more grinding than my last one. Since the last one, all you really needed to do was grind through the whole game, get up through and finish the void, and then do another hour or so of grinding for some gum to have a chance at getting classified. For getting better classifieds than the base ones though, you're going to have to do a bit of grinding outside of just normal game progression through Rebirth. You're going to have to grind for gems specifically, do quite a bit of grinding for gums, and just a lot of basic stuff like that that many people really don't want to do. So just bear in mind that this might require a bit of grinding to get your decent classified. Now we're going to start off with a few of the base things that you'll need to do before starting to work towards a classified, since you can't really start the game and instantly expect to be able to start grinding for a classified. One of the first things that you'll need to do is have completed the game all the way through up till the void. Whether or not you've rebirthed doesn't really matter at this point. It does help if you have rebirthed a few times, since that will help you get better pets and a few other boosts. But you don't necessarily have to. You could do this your first life if you wanted to. The next thing that you'll need to do is get some good pets. For my testing purposes, I'm using decent pets, which probably amount to about an average of a level 10 team of mythicals. I've created a video earlier outlining how you can get these rebirth mythicals on your first life without actually rebirthing or doing anything like that. So go watch that to get some good pets if you don't already have some good pets. And with that, we'll get into going through the steps to get a decent classified pet. The first thing that you'll need to do to start working towards getting a decent classified is to grind some gum in the backdoor. So come over here, and if you have any loot gum, start using that. Just glide through all the ghosts in the backdoor in the last 4 areas, since those drop the most amount of items to be converted into gum. It doesn't matter right now if you have 2 times items. You might have to grind a little bit longer if you don't. But just come here and grind for a little bit. This doesn't seem to be very helpful, since you aren't really getting too many gems from this, and the items don't seem to be very helpful. But as you'll see later on, grinding for gum early on is definitely going to be helpful in the long run. So just come through, start grinding, using some loot gum, and start collecting a few items. I'd suggest doing this for about an hour. After doing a little bit more math, I realized that our estimate was way under. You'll probably actually need to be grinding for close to 5 to 6 hours at the minimum to get enough gum to satisfy all the next steps. As I said, this will require a little bit of grinding, so just get all that grinding done. You could definitely get away with a little bit less if you have double drops. You might have to do it a little bit longer if you don't. You can always come back to doing more of this later after doing a few of the other steps, and if you're still short some gum, since really you can repeat these in whatever order is just kind of the way that you probably want to do them in. So yeah, so that's going to be step 1, is to grind some gum in the backdoor. The next step in the process of getting classifieds is going to be collecting the gems for it. What I would suggest doing is, now that you have the gum, you are able to now use X gum, which is the main reason why you're doing the grind for gum. And so to use the same path that you used to grind for gum, to come through and go use your X gum, this will give you quite a bit of ecto bits from all the ghosts, making sure to follow the same path and do the same things. And then what I found was that I got around 800,000 gems just from each XGum, doing the same path as I was using for the XGum, using just my 3 decent stat pets that I'm using as a trial to make sure that everything that I say is applicable to everyone and not just me with my 6 really good stat pets. So yeah. Another thing that I'd like to note here is if you do run out of XGum before you get enough gems, I'll be covering how many gems you'll need for everything later. You can always go back to grinding loot gum again instead, and then once you get more XGum, use that again. These steps you can go back and forth between as much as you need. But I just like to do them in this order so that I have them segmented out. Again, you'll probably need to do quite a bit of grinding in this, probably closer to that 5 to 6 hour mark that you had to do with the XGum. As I said, this is a long process. This is every 2 minutes of gum is equal to 800,000. Just to get 10 million gems, you will be looking at around 250 minutes, I think, of time. So just be prepared to spend a bit of time grinding. The amount of grinding in each stage you'll need to do really does depend on which classified you're trying to get. For example, if you're grinding for a glow jet, you'll need to put in a lot more gems to get it, but you won't need as much lucky gum as if you're going for like a sunny. And if you're going for a sunny, you'll need a lot less gems. So really need to figure out which classified you want to go for before you stop your grind and start going for a classified. And to help you guys decide which classified to go for, I've decided to make this list. This list is a bit confusing. Basically what you have to bear in mind, first off, these chances are assuming you're using both Lucky Gum, Glitchy Lucky Gum with the 2.5 multiplier, and also the group bonus of 10%. The different columns are if you have the Game Pass or not. And then the numbers themselves represent the amount of gems that you'll need to put into a crate to have a 50% chance at getting a classified. So, for example, assuming you're going for the Classified Sunny and you don't have the double luck Game Pass, you're expected to put in about 113 million gems before you have a 50% chance of getting it. So it doesn't mean that if you put in twice that you have guaranteed to get it. Basically just means that after putting that many gems in, you'll have a 50% chance of having a Sunny in your inventory and a 50% chance of not. That's just kind of how chances work. It's a bit confusing on how exactly you get those numbers, but it's a pretty good guide so you can figure out which classified you want to go for. Now that you've decided which classified you want to go for and you have the gems and other stuff needed, it is time to go start unboxing. Not really too much to this. You come over, get to the crate you want to go for, and just start unboxing. There are a few really helpful perks. I really like the quick unbox, since it makes unboxing like 10 times quicker. So I would recommend buying that. It's pretty cheap. Another thing is, remember to be using your Lucky Gum, since that's really helpful for, as I said, it really reduces the numbers. Yeah, there's not much else. I did cover a few other specials tips in my first video, so if you want to, you can go rewatch that. Hopefully I have timestamps for all the videos I've mentioned so far in this video. So yeah, with that, I think that's all you need to know to start unboxing for your for a decent classified. There's probably something I missed, but yeah. Now that I've explained how you can go grind for the classifieds, I just want to make a note. According to the math, I figure it'll take you about 30 hours to grind for a zing, for the 50% chance at getting a zing, assuming you don't have any game passes. So if you're playing the game enough to be able to want to go for a classified, I would highly suggest buying a game pass like 2 times items and 2 times luck, so that 30 minutes gets cut down. That 30 hours gets cut down from 30 hours down to about 10 hours of grinding. It's quite worthwhile to be saving that time. So yeah, bear that in mind. It might be worthwhile buying those game passes. Also, if you haven't already, grinding for rebirths is also pretty fun to do. So might want to think about that before going for classified, since getting better pets will from like classified divines and also the tycoon boosts will help out quite a bit actually. So I'll probably be doing a video later going how to get higher tier classifieds. That'll cover some of those high tier grinding things that you do need rebirths for. This guide is more for anyone, so don't need to do rebirths, or game passes, but you might want to if you want to save your time. And with that, good luck going for your classifieds. I really hope this guide is helpful. I know it's going to be a lot of grinding, as I said, 30 hours for just a zing, and that's one of the cheapest ones that you can go for. So hopefully you guys actually can use this guide and it's not just completely useless. But yeah, goodbye. Thank you guys for watching, and as I said, good. And just a little note for anyone still here. I have created a Roblox group and also a Discord, which are going to be linked in the description of this video. So if you want to check those out, feel free to. They're probably going to be pretty lame right now. I haven't done too much work into them. But if you want to, you guys can go check those out. I might be doing a few giveaways on the Discord. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching again.